So a while back, I like walked outside of Prim, and like right outside where the like little cigarette ashtray is, there was a bear. It's like kind of tearing shit up and walking around.
Yeah.
And I was super stoked because it was the first one I ever saw. And like when we first got here, the RAs gave us that whole big speech, "Don't spank the bears." You know, I had never had that thought in my life, but when they said it, kind of got me to want to spank the bear. You know, figured it's something people do, or they wouldn't tell you not to. So I track the bear and I see it up by a tree, you know? I'm like, I should run and head it off so it doesn't run into the bushes, you know?
Yeah.
So I like sprint around it the other direction and I like head it off. And it like runs up onto the edge of the wall, like where the Batman entrance comes down in.
Yeah.
That little like side entrance. So I run up on the hill behind it and then I'm like, wait, there's a big retaining wall that it can't get up. So I'm cornering this bear on a hill. That's not a good idea. So I like back down off the hill, you know? And then we see it start to like come back down. And it like walks up to the apple tree and just like props up against it and starts like eating apples off the little apple tree out there. And I was like, all right. So like I like got really close to it, like closer than I am to you right now. Got really close to it and I was like gonna spank it, you know? But every time I would like go to spank it, it would like turn around and look at me. And it would like look at me and I'd be like, I was like, maybe spanking it isn't the best idea. I was like, I should be nice to it, you know? So like I walk by really close to it and I like poke it like that. I'm like, oh my god, I touched it and like run away a little bit. And then I'm like, wait, it was really mellow about that. So I like pick an apple off the tree, put it in my hand, and like get down right up in the bear's face. And I'm like just like thinking like nice thoughts to the bear, you know? Affirmative thought, it's not gonna hurt me. And it like comes, smells my hand, like eats the little apple right out of my hand. And then it just takes my hand and puts my whole hand in its mouth. So like it was this hand, my entire hand was just in the bear's mouth. And it was like licking it. And I was like not too chill with that. So I took my hand out of its mouth and like pet it on top of the head and like fluffed its ear a couple times. And then gestured my hand out towards it like you would do a dog. And it like comes up and it smells my hand. And then it just puts its mouth back around my hand. Like it just like wanted to taste my hand. It just sits there for a second. Like there was all like bear slobber all over my hand. I like take my hand back out of its mouth and like pet it like 3 or 4 more times, and like play with its ear a little bit more, and then we like run away. And then it runs up into the tree. And then we're like, we gotta like, I don't know, I was like, I wanna be friends with it. So you know there's the apple tree and then there's like that big wooden sculpture thing next to it. Over up by the register. I like go on top of the wooden sculpture, so I'm like up there near the bear, you know, and I'm like, hey buddy. Like, what up? And it like growls at me pretty intensely and makes a swatting motion in the air, and I was like, it is not happy with me being up on its level right here. So I like jumped out and I ran away.